one. They wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10. Hey.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, Going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Chad calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Chad talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Vic. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Vic. Allen has it, left side.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Watch out, watch out.
On 3rd down, Vic. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They will indeed go for it. Vic. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
Check 99. Check 99.
Shoot. They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 52, Mike 52. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 50.
Go.
Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! 52 is the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike. I'm coming for you, son.
Now.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Young. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
18 Gator.
52 right here. 52. Not today, you are. Not today. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, go. Mike 52. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Protein spill.
showing up.
On 3rd down, it's Allen, and he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Check 33. 33. Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
Off the play fake, Vick. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice. 42 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With two guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Young flush to his right, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Look at me, zipper.
Hey, by 52.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, I'm coming.
Get it.
Young to throw it. And he connects with Ertz. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd down now, it's Allen. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's Steve Young. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. 90, Wolf.
I'm coming up.
61, match box 2.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Michael Vick. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In your face.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Going right side here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Buying time to his left. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Allen. And not much running room. Down to the 32. An all-time great tackler, Brian Dawkins, making the play there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 6-6, bullet high.
On 2nd down, it's Allen. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3 down. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
3rd and short yardage. Young going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brian Dawkins, the safety with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Hey, you got 3, 3 down. Hey, check line 33, check line 33. Hey, let's get that ball, D, let's get that ball. Whip. Watch the whip.
Vick now.
Watch the whip.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
I got you. Set.
This will be the final play of the half. Vick, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
The second down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Sit down. Check.
Rocket.
Alert three. Alert three.
Hey, wahoo. Yep.
Young on third down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Lawrence Taylor able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kicked.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marcus Allen, 61 yards. And his guys have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Lawrence Taylor bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Get him.
Yes. Hey, orbit.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the out. Check nickel. Wide. Get wide.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
3rd and long for Young. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Hill on the return. And this results in 6. Touchdown. It's a punt return touchdown of 56 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. Allen again, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, Alpha.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Check back, check back. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Leo. Snap.
From the gun, Steve Young steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Charles Tillman, and they take possession.
To make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken short.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, break.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Bandit. Bandit. Kill.
Bristol travel.
Kill.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Young. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Young. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Vick will look to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Vick, that's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 13, it's a first down. They'll run. This is Allen. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking scheme.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, his second sack of the night. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Team 6.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now on 4th down, we've got...
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I get back up.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
No chance.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Mahomes going to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. On first down, Allen. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go. I'm going to come back to you.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and touchdown. A big play there, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
You ready?
52 is the line. Check. 52 is the line.
Pilot, 64, weak. Bravo. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Warner. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would.
It's caught at the 10. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. 33 yards that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Allen looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. To throw, Warner. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Willie Brown, the one to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson, the tight end Kittle, has it on the left side. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Check 52's the line. Check 52's the line. No check.
On third down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Here we go.
Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. Now a carry for Allen. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Jackson. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here's Vick. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Jerry Rice, 27 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
52.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with the football here to begin the second quarter of play, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, Vick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it's looking like another 3-and-out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Man open, Rice. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Man open left side is Brown. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Willie Lanier in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Michael Vick. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Vick on 3rd and 2. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Vick operating on 1st down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a pickup of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return will stop right around the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw. They find some open field here.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Vick readies to throw. Allen has it, left side. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing, Vick. And now look at him go. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards as they are now on the ball. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hope. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. Forced out to his left. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run on first down with Jackson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Vick under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Vick now. Throw left side complete. It's Allen. And he'll go down at the 28.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 3rd.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep the score.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
One set. 50, Lance, 50. You must be shoot, shoot, shoot.
It's a play fake. Now Vic. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Vic. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw, Vic. Looking right sideline, that's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
First down, Vic. Escaping the press. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Vic. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Throws right side, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. Here's Michael Vick.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? To throw again on 2nd down. Vic. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Vic and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. They'll throw again. Here's Vic. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hey, Delta.
Lights 50. Watch the pass.
Sit.
Young on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, Charlie!
It's Young on 1st down. Out to his left. Now Young loses the football. It's stripped. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Look at me. Go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Young. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming. Now what I do, lace up the shoes.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, foxtrot. Yo, ready?
Young looks to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell.
And right away, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And he's brought down. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The pass was incomplete, meanwhile, as Young tried to find Rice. Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Steve Young. He is going to find Hill here. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
We got to step it up. 52's the mic right here over there. Go. 52's the mic.
On 1st and 10, Young trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Look at me. Zipper.
A first down throw for Young. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, echo. 61, matchbox lights. Hard. Ready?
Young now. He sets to fire deep. And that will... fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Again, it's Young, and this is going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Look, squeeze. Hey, high 7. Hey, 5.
Now Young on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, partner, I want to revisit week one. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
On second and 12, Vick. Allen has it, left side. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. On third down, Vick. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. On first down, it's Allen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On third down, Vick. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, it's Allen. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Check 55, Mike.
On first and 10, here's Vick. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have savage? Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Watch the safety creep. Check. Lady Weapon. Hot seven.
From the gun, Vick. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw again on second down. Vick tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off by Charles Tillman, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So here's Vick following the interception. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Touchdown! A big play there. 54 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Vick operating on 1st down. Now Vick stripped. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Vick being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 3rd and long for Vick. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Let's go, D. Check. Crunch. Go.
They will indeed go for it. Vick. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there's a time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. From the 29, Vick. Jerry Rice, open right side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I got to get your thoughts. I got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland, and you know about my relationship with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that can take him, because they have a head coach there that if he doesn't do what the head coach wants, he actually will get rid of it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now here's Vick. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on third down. Vic. Man open, Rice. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Vic now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Oh, yeah, pump. He's coming, he's squeezed. We got double up, double up. Go. Check him out.
Operating from the gun. Vic. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, here we go. Hey, choose the mic right here.
Vic to the air again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. It'll be Vic once more. Steps away to his left. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff working right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll run on first down. Allen. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs? Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. Darius Slay on the carry.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout. making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, normally you and I would have gone through our season predictions before week 1, but Hurricane Dorian prevented us from doing that last week. So let's go ahead and hear them, your division winners and then the Super Bowl.
Okay, let's start in the AFC. New England in the East. Tennessee in the South. Pittsburgh in the north, and Kansas City out west.
Okay, so I'm with you on 3 of the 4, but I'm going to go with a way too strong week 1 reaction and give Baltimore the edge in the north.
Oh, I like that one. All right, let's go NFC.
All right.
I'm going Philadelphia in the east, New Orleans in the south, Minnesota in the north, and the Los Angeles Rams out west.
Okay, so I got 2 different ones. I'm going to go Dallas on the east, and then I'm going to go Green Bay in the north.
The reason I didn't go Dallas, there hasn't been a repeat winner in the East since 2003-2004, so I go with history on that. Super Bowl predictions, I like Kansas City and New Orleans. 3rd time's the charm for the Saints to get to the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'm going to go New England over New Orleans in the Super Bowl.
So you got New England winning it?
Yet again, shocker.
I've got New Orleans beating Kansas City, so this is going to be fun to see how it turns out.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play action, Vick. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. He got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now blocked on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try the left side. Allen, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken very short. And pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up.
Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
To try again after the sack. Vic looking sideline, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Right here. Check. Lucky.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Taylor able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
New Mike 52. And let's get them home. Mike 52. Watch the run.
On fourth down, Vic. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Allen. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you it like rocket fuel.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Check out. Line 675.
Check four.
Call.
Ringo.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Taylor showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Locke. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, Vic. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Vic. Throw left side, complete. That's Allen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. It's Allen. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Bo. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing his lock. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hope. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bronco, Brian Dawkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Vick. Forced out to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That's good for 28 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Vick. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and much more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They're going with Lindsay. After 7-0 on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the hometown guys with a football here to begin this 2nd quarter of play. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And it's caught. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go. And let's see who's faster.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves. And
it's a touchdown. taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On first down, it's Jackson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense stays put. They've failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Love. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Bo Jackson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, here's Lindsey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we...
It's caught at the 10. And touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys are going... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Luck on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Well, with that incompletion, I want to get some early season predictions from you because I love to do that, and I like to hold you to what you say later in the year. How about MVP and Defensive Player of the Year predictions from you, Mr. Davis?
Well, it could be the same person if I chose Aaron Donald, couldn't it? Because the last couple of years he's been the Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL and made a strong case to be the MVP overall, even though he hasn't won those. But here's what I'm going to do. Patrick Mahomes won it last year through 50 touchdown passes. He could easily throw 40 touchdown passes, and people will call it an off year, but it'll still be enough for him to be the MVP. I think this kid is just special. I think he wins it for the 2nd straight year. And then on the defensive side, I'm going with a major surprise. The Tennessee Titans could be a top 5 defense. Kevin Byard, safety, signed a new contract. He will play and justify that with 10 interceptions.
I like it, and I won't forget it. We will revisit this. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bronco, Brian Dawkins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish you well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
enough. I just ran to check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that